I remember that story, right? Goldilocks and the three bears. You have you got Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. You got Papa, Mama, and the Baby Bear. And then you have Goldilocks over here. Stop worshiping these pagan religions, these pagan holidays. We need to come out from among them and be ye separate, because the Most High has chosen the house of Israel, not because we were great in number, because we were few in number. And he chose us above all nations to set the standard for the nations, the other nations, on governing how everything is supposed to be set in order, in proper order, in the order of nature, in the proper vibratory, harmonious state. You got Papa, Mama, and Baby Bear. Then you have this girl. They in their house. She's out of place. She comes in their house, sleeps on all their beds. Papa bed was too hard. Mama's bed was too soft. Baby's bed was just right. Then the girl sat in each of their chairs. Papa's chair too hard. Mama's chair too soft. Baby Bear is just right, but his chair gets broken. Girl eats the too hot porridge, too cold porridge, just right porridge. Now, where am I going with this? Papa is Ham. That's Noah's son. Noah from the Noah's Ark. That's Noah. That's Noah's son, Ham. His porridge was too hot, too hard, bed too hard, porridge too hot, chair too hard. Ham got Africa. Africans. Mama Bear is Japheth. I probably didn't spell his name right. too cold. Japheth Northern Europe. And parts of the Middle East. Just right. Just right. His bed was just right. His comfort zone was just right. His region was just right. His porch, his food, his substance was just right. But his chair was broken. North America and South America. This is Shem. Noah had 3 sons. He had Ham, Japheth, and Shem. North America, South America, where all 4 seasons in balance occur here. South America in parts, well, most of South America don't get snow for the most part, but in this region, I keep dropping my markers. In this region, all 4 seasons, and northern parts of Northern Europe has all 4 seasons as well. I've been to Germany. They get all 4 seasons. So Northern Europe. Ham inherited Africa. Japheth, Northern Europe, parts of the Middle East. Shem, North America, South America. Now what these 3 brothers have in common? Well, both their daddies is Noah. But the Most High is only concerned with this bloodline right here. Right here. Now, in Ham, we have Ethiopia. We can't forget about Ethiopia. Ethiopia played a huge role on the behalf of the house of Israel. We're almost like We're cousins. We're cousins. Brothers, Israel, Ethiopia, cousins. Ethiopia is in Africa. So this is how the story of the 3 bears, this is what this means. The regions, North America, South America, this is Shem. How do we know this? Because out of the bloodline of Shem is Abraham. Then out of the bloodline of Abraham is Isaac. Then we have Israel. North America, South America. And that little fairy tale story right there is what this is all about. Is what this is all about. Nor hot, nor cold, but just right. All 4 seasons. As and then you have South America. It's a little bit closer. Borders the below the equator. But North America has all 4 seasons. This is the region of our people. The United States and South America is our land. Brothers and sisters, this is our land. This is the clue. And how you find what's what and who's who.
This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. And so we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes,
and we want to celebrate, we want to continue to celebrate their holidays. We want to continue to partake in their idolatry. They murder us in the streets. They shoot us down in the streets. They put their neck, they knee on our necks. We pleading, we're yelling and screaming. We can't breathe. Everybody that's this color in darker or lighter shades, we all can't breathe. They've been having a foot on our backs, on our heads and our necks for well over 400 years. We can't breathe. We can't let up. Because we got this damn girl in our house, eating up all the food, sleeping in our houses, contaminating our lands, breaking our chairs. Oh, let me get to the breaking of the chair. The breaking of the chair was his support. What was his support? His chair. What does the chair represent? His heritage, his knowledge of self, his language, his mathematics, his knowledge, his teachings, his writings, his biblical writings, his library of knowledge of who he is, where he comes from, his stability. All because she didn't have none of that when she arrived. She had no food, she had no bed, she had no chair, she had nothing. She had nothing when she arrived. We had all this. We had the bed, the chair, the porch, we had it all. She had nothing. She brought nothing. She broke in and took everything. What people on this earth you know that does that? Let's read about the color white. Let's read about the color white. Here we go. White. Good old white. Being without color, or of the hue of pure snow. Innocent. 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 Having silvery hair. A white man. White wash. Here it is. I'm reading it right there. I'm reading it right there. Here it is. In the dictionary. Pure as the driven snow. Huh? White man. Where my marker go? Knocking stuff over. White man. It's in my pocket. White man. Infiltration. Infiltration. There you have it. We're just gonna do this here. Esau, Jacob, infiltrated Jacob. He infiltrated Jacob. You look at all the people, Africa, the West Indians, South America, Cuba, Jamaica, all the islands, Hawaii, infiltrated, Africa, infiltrated. You look at all the dark and dark brown, all shades of browns of people. You look at all of their regions. Look at all of their regions. We all live in dilapidated states. We're in the worst state of all. Yes, we live in the United States. Yes, we have access to the U.S. and South America. Beautiful countries. We live pretty good. We have nice places to live. We got somewhat decent food. They poison that too, like they do the water and the air. But we have it the worst. We have no identity. We don't know who we are. Everybody in this side of the region, North America, South America, and all the islands in between, we know nothing. All of our conditions are dilapidated everywhere around the world. All dark-skinned people live in horrific conditions. Our people here in the U.S. live in horrific conditions. Low-income housing. And they make it sound like we got no other choice for some of us. Yes, we got some of our people that cheat off the system. They do that. But it's not like they created the system. They created the tools. They created the tools, gave us the tools to destroy ourselves. Because of our ignorance, because of what we don't know, they feed on it. They get rich off of it. They strive on it. By these people, these three people right here, not knowing who they are. Not knowing where they're going. Because of this. The baby. The baby. Why is he the baby? Why is he the baby? Because he's the youngest. Shem was the youngest son. He's the baby. Because of this. This is the same. He infiltrated us. Eradicated this. He eradicated this because of their disobedience, our ancestors' disobedience. I'm sorry for this video being so long, but we had to cover this. We have to cover this. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here and call this. We're going to cover some more. We got a lot of more study. We got a lot of study to get at, brothers and sisters. There is so much. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. This is war. We at war here. We are prisoners of war. And we have to do everything we can. Everything. I just hope and pray that my brothers and sisters get this in some form or fashion. If it's not coming from me, Seek out the truth. You have to seek out the truth. You got to want to know the truth. Because the truth is our light that shines. We got to know this. Because we're fighting for more than just our name. Way more. You have no what we're fighting for. This, just the name Israel. Oh, brothers and sisters, we fighting for more than this. If you even had the imagination of what this means, the big picture of what we're fighting for. The name means nothing. Yes, it's cool that we learn who we are because it's the step. It's the step to the next place. We have to know who we are. But it's not comparable to the end result. This is the first seed. We have a tree we got to grow here. But we want to see, we're working towards how the tree is going to look when it's fully grown. This is just the seed of knowing our name, who we are. Now we have to grow. We have to nurture into a tree that we give off good fruit.